Hi. BTS lovers hope you are always healthy. As the world gazes in awe at the grandeur of a superstar's home, no one really knows. Behind marble walls, crystal glass, and gold-plated wooden floors, Jungkook, the golden magne the world has always called perfect, is quietly fighting a lonely battle he can't buy, even with all his wealth. And this is where the shocking story begins. His childhood dream has finally come true. A luxurious palace with panoramic views of the ocean, automatic doors that welcome him home, a private garden the size of a football field, a soundproof music room, and even a swimming pool with body temperature sensors. But who would have thought? Precisely after all that was achieved, Jungkook sat pensive in the spacious living room, with one sentence echoing in his mind. Why does everything feel empty? The public has only seen from the outside. Jungkook's luxurious mansion in the elite Hill neighborhood, which is said to be worth more than 300 billion won, has graced the front pages of top property magazines in Korea and the world. Army adores, media elevates, and fans crave. But what happens after the door closes and the camera turns off? A bitter truth was revealed. The palace was real, but the warmth she had been craving since childhood never came together. Little Jungkook once whispered to his mother while still in elementary school, "Yama, when Jungkook grows up, I want to have a really big house. There's a piano, a gym, its own ice cream parlor, and a room where Jungkook can play drums without being disturbed." The dream is simple, very innocent. But what he didn't understand at the time was that a big house was no guarantee of happiness. Even when everything was in his hands, he realized, the bigger the house, the wider the gap he felt between himself and the outside world. Loneliness does not come because there is no one around. Jungkook is surrounded by staff, managers, personal assistants, and even his beloved dog, Bam. But none of them could replace the warmth he longed for, a heartfelt conversation without a script, a spontaneous laugh without a camera, or a sudden hug without a management schedule. Ironic, isn't it? As everyone scrambles to be close to him, Jungkook feels the most distant of all. The house he once imagined as a place of escape from the harsh world, slowly turned into a golden cage. He can go anywhere, but always comes home to an empty living room with the sound of the TV on just to kill the silence. The great kitchen never came into its own. He only used the pool once in 3 months. He left his private studio to record songs in a small hotel room while on tour. One line from a staff member was once a lightning bolt for the army who read it in an unofficial report. "Sometimes I see Jungkook standing in the corner of his house, just staring out the window, as if waiting for something or someone." Who was Jungkook waiting for? Was it someone from his past? Friends? Love? Or maybe himself long lost in the maze of popularity? Some media outlets started to smell this mystery when Jungkook canceled some personal agendas just to spend some time at home. But in fact, it is not about rest, but rather about rediscovering the meaning of the house itself. And the shocking news spread. In a limited interview, Jungkook confessed, "This house is too big for me alone. Sometimes I feel like a child lost in his own castle." The sentence immediately sparked a storm of opinions. Some sympathize, some are cynical, some even blame. Isn't that your dream? Why complain now? But did the world ever really understand that sometimes dreams come true can be a trap if we are not prepared to face the reality behind it? Taehyung, Jungkook's closest friend and brother in BTS, reportedly once asked him directly when they were just the two of them, without cameras, without reporters. And Jungkook's answer was astounding. "I woke up and wondered who to talk to. Sometimes I talk to Bam longer than humans." This is where everything gets more emotional. It's not just about the house, but about how the world can create a very expensive illusion that success is a mansion and luxury. In fact, for a Jungkook, the house he misses the most is precisely the small house where his mother cooks ramen and his father takes him to watch old TV with a bad signal. Not marble floors, not private elevators, not the most advanced security systems, but the sound of sincere laughter and real warmth. Some insiders even revealed that Jungkook is now starting to vacate some parts of his house. He doesn't call interior designers anymore. Instead, he invited a local meditation teacher and painter to fill the empty space with new energy. It's not expensive, but meaningful. He even reportedly gave one special room to redraw his dreams on the wall, just like he used to when he scribbled on the walls of his childhood home. Even more surprising, Jungkook reportedly wanted to sell the house secretly. This information was leaked by an elite property agent who immediately denied after this news almost leaked to the public. But his words were briefly recorded. He said he wanted a smaller house, more humane, where he can hear the sound of his parents' footsteps or the sound of the bedroom door being opened not by an assistant, but by a loved one. This is not just the story of a K-pop star living in a luxurious palace. It's a heart-shaped portrait of a human child shaped by dreams, driven by ambition, surrounded by glitter, but still coming home to one sense that can't be bought: warmth. And when the warmth is not found in his magnificent house, all goes to waste. So don't be surprised if lately, Jungkook is often seen returning home, even staying at his parents' house. Not because the luxurious house is broken, but because the heart is cracking slowly, and the only place that can heal is mom's embrace and simple food from dad. Many do not know, but the little house of his childhood was still standing and never sold. And secretly, Jungkook keeps the keys to the house in his wallet. To this day, this story is not finished. Because even more shocking, there was a leak from a BTS stylist that Jungkook was building a new house smaller, simpler, without excessive luxury. Its location is kept secret, but the motive is very clear. This is not a house to show off. This is where he really wants to live, not just exist. Now the army began to realize, maybe we have too long adored the palace built by his idol, without seeing that the occupant actually missed the old cottage he left behind. It's a sad but true lesson. That dream house can become a prison if love and meaning do not come to live in it. And when this question arises, is Jungkook happy in his luxurious mansion? We all know the honest answer is not yes or no, but a silent cry fell as he stared at his own golden ceiling. Because the truth is, childhood dreams are not about castles. It's about taste. And when that feeling is nowhere to be found, everything is just empty space. No matter how expensive the house is. To this day, Jungkook still lives there. But who knows? Maybe tomorrow, he'll drop everything for the sake of returning to a smaller, simpler, but warmer house. Because in the end, we all come home not to a home, but to a heart that makes us feel less alone.